on the way to the gym to attempt 20 rep squats with 200 pounds. Woke up feeling very sore this morning, all over, because I guess I've been working out like 6 days a week. But I'll do my best. Let's see how it goes. Today was a milestone workout. I performed 20 reps of 200 pounds squats, something I haven't done since December 23rd. I meditated first to get in the right frame of mind, because when doing this sort of thing, the mind always fails before the muscles. Stick around to the end of the set to see a graph of my 20 rep squat progress. And for the next few minutes, while Video Hank performs this epic set, Audio Hank will read you an excerpt from one of my favorite fitness books of all time, Dinosaur Training Secrets, Volume 1, Exercises, Workouts, and Training Programs by Brooks Kubik. And my training style and philosophy of MED, minimum effective dose, and LIFO, last in, first out at the gym, stem from years of my own research and experimentation, but it wasn't until I read Brooks Kubik that it solidified in my mind that this is the correct way. He drove it home, and I have never looked back. He's old school. Chapter 1, the best exercises. Here's a very simple piece of advice that will save you many hours of wasted training time and help you build more strength, muscle, and power than you ever imagined. Devote all or substantially all of your training time to the very best and most effective exercises. The best and most effective exercises are the basic compound exercises, such as squats, presses, bench presses, deadlifts, etc. There are no quote-unquote secret exercises, so don't waste time looking for them. Stick to the basics. In contrast to basic compound exercises, we have what are called isolation exercises. These are exercises that target a single muscle group. They are usually performed with light dumbbells or with cables or exercise machines. Examples include lateral raises, front raises, bent over lateral raises, leg extensions, leg curls, hack machine squats, sissy squats, flies, cable crossovers, the pec deck, concentration curls, tricep kickbacks, tricep extensions, and one-arm triceps extensions, like I did yesterday. Trainees typically perform these exercises with relatively light weights, using high reps and many sets, and training for a quote-unquote pump or a quote burn. Of course, the sad reality is that most trainees spend almost all of their training time on isolation exercises, and some, quote, gyms even prohibit their members from performing some of the most important and most effective compound movements, such as squats, deadlifts, military presses, and push presses. No wonder so many modern trainees have little to show for their long hours of training. The basic compound exercises are best because they allow you to work several muscle groups at the same time, and thus to work up to substantial amounts of weight in your different exercises. Training on the basic compound exercises builds strength, power, and athleticism. It also thickens your tendons, ligaments, and bones, as well as your muscle fibers. Over time, hard work on the basic compound exercises leads to enormous increases in strength and muscle mass. Isolation exercises don't have this effect because you use much lighter weights in isolation movements. The basic exercises also have two other very important bonuses. First, they affect your internal organs, digestion, metabolism, and your body's ability to digest and utilize the food you eat. This promotes good health, helps burn unwanted body fat, makes it easier for your body to recover from your training sessions, and leads to steady gains in muscle mass. Hard work on basic compound exercises has an anabolic effect on the body. It activates your internal growth mechanisms, like growth hormone. Training hard on exercises such as squats, deadlifts, and presses will cause your body to produce more testosterone, the male hormone that builds strength and muscle. Women who are listening to this are freaking out, but don't worry, you're not going to become manly, you are going to look more womanly. That's my comment, not Brooks Kubik's writing. Continuing on, the male hormone that builds strength and muscle, of course, testosterone. By stimulating your body's production of testosterone, you trigger rapid gains in strength and muscle mass, and you do so by using your body's internal chemistry rather than relying on potentially harmful drugs or supplements. Alright, so I just finished that set, and I brought the camera up so that you can see the weights, so that there's no question that it was indeed 200 pounds, a 45, a 25, 5, and a 2.5. Now let's have a look at the chart. Last time I did 20 reps with 200 pounds was December 23rd. You can see how I was building up to it in December last year, and then from the holidays all the way to the middle of March, I just slid down. First it was the holidays, so I got lazy. I took off from January 10th to January 23rd because I had a business trip to China, a mild cold, I was just feeling run down and jet lagged. And then January 23rd, by then I had slid down to like 185. I couldn't do 20 reps, and at that time I predicted I would be back where I was in a few weeks, but it took 4 months. After the 20 rep squats, I did seated military presses, and this time I was able to get 9 reps with 135 pounds in my first set. And this time I went back to doing the behind the neck presses, which I had stopped for maybe a couple of weeks because I was feeling, or at least a week, I guess, not 2 weeks, because I kind of strained my neck. And this is a compound movement that Brooks Kubik was talking about. And the way to think about it is just vertical push, vertical pull, horizontal push, and horizontal pull, this being a vertical push. Jamel was working out too. I asked for his help to spot me. I increased the weight to 150. And I think I was able to get 4 reps. Let's see. 2, 3, yeah, 1 more. And for this one, I think I needed a bit of help, which he gave me. And a little bit of help goes a long way. Then I did 2 sets behind the neck with a lighter weight, lighter than I even had been using. So I backed off a bit on this. Progress is often 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So this was a little step back on the behind the neck presses, but I will avoid injury and come back stronger for it. That's the way it works. Leg presses, 2 sets. I only got 1 on camera. With a weight only slightly heavier than what Lupe was using. And then 3 sets of incline dumbbell presses, 70-pound dumbbells. Only got 2 sets on camera. This again is another pushing movement. That's it. See you at the next workout.